Let's talk about what it takes to become a consistently profitable trader. I want to talk to you about exactly what I did that made me become a profitable trader. Now, everything that I say here, I'm going to talk a little bit of what I personally did and what I had to sacrifice in order to get here. So not what I did, but what I'm recommending you to do. I'm not telling you to do anything. You do whatever you want. Now, for myself, what I did is I went to an extreme. And this extreme was actually not needed at all. The reason why is because there's so much more out there than what I was doing. It's absolutely insane. And it still took me 3 years to become consistently profitable. And now you can become profitable way quicker. And my mentors previously, they're like, oh yeah, to become consistently profitable, you have to take 3 years and fucking this and fucking that. No, you don't. You don't need 3 years. It's insane to think that you need 3 years and to tell anyone that you need 3 years in order to become consistently profitable. Now, let me tell you, you're gonna need 3 years in terms of experience to actually be able to, oh, I am a consistently profitable trader, I'm never going to go under. You'll go through ups and downs and then you will actually gain more and more and more confidence, right? A lot of my confidence came after my 4th year, so 1 year after I became consistently profitable. And now over the last 2 years, just been absolutely crushing it. But the reason I say this is because I went through an extreme and still I did not get the best results in order to become consistently profitable. Now this came because of focus. Obviously, if you want me to talk about like what to focus on in order to become consistently profitable in less than a year, you can let me know. I can make a video very similar to this. But I'm actually going to talk about what it takes on another level. So when I started trading, I was working 2 jobs. I was in university and I was trading. I was learning to trade. I never went out to eat or ordered any food. No joke, I was spending £30 every single month on groceries. Why? Because I used to eat pasta and I used to eat pasta with champignons or with mushrooms, I guess, when I felt bougie, right? I never took an Uber. I walked everywhere. I was taking food from my job. It was considered stealing. And again, if my boss, my old boss is watching, first of all, thank you. Because you actually let me do this. And some of them even helped me do it, to be fair. It was only the higher-ups. The higher-ups are what? Okay, I can't actually leave that. So I was taking food for my job, which was actually considered stealing. So, hey, I guess. I was eating rice when I had to cook. You can see the pictures right there. I never went to the club. I never even bought a soda. And if you guys know me, I love soda. It's insane. And also now I'm drinking sparkling water because I guess I'm that bougie. I don't know. Now, what I want to talk about is not that, because again, I went through the extreme. But I want to show you that I'm not only telling you these things. I actually did these things that then made me consistently profitable. So if you add everything that I'm going to tell you right now, and then the video that I'm going to do on what to focus on, it will change your trading forever, right? Just with 2 videos, it will change your trading forever. So what it takes, if you do what 99% of traders do, you're going to get the result of 99% of traders. And let me tell you, 99% of traders lose. And the reality is, people say, oh no, it's 80%, it's 90%. No, I'm telling you, it's 99%. Because 90% of traders already quit after 1 year, right? And then after that, still 90% of traders lose. So technically that makes 99%, I think. Quick maths. So exceptional results require exceptional commitment. What that means is that every single day, for myself, every single day, I was waking up at 5 a.m., I was going to work at 7 a.m. And what was I doing between 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. and 7 a.m.? I was looking into the charts, doing backtesting, watching educational videos, forecasting my strategy, planning for the day, understanding what I was going to execute on that specific day. And the reason I was doing that is because I was heavily committed. Now, how many of you are watching this and you're like, no, but I also want to watch Netflix and I want to watch this and I want to watch that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. In order to have exceptional results, you need to commit exceptionally. And if you don't, you will not become consistently profitable. I can tell you that already. Now, also, you don't need to be special. I think trading is the beauty that it doesn't matter if you're 18, it doesn't matter if you are 60, 70, 80, you can still become a profitable trader. And the reason why is because what does it require? You being able to recognize some patterns in executing on a buy or sell? Like, do you really think you need to be special to be able to put a buy or a sell. No. After going through an intersection where you see the red light going in every single place, so you know the red light is coming here, then it's coming here, so these cars are going to go there, these cars are going to go there. So you remember that, but you don't think you will remember a couple of chart patterns and then pressing buy or sell. It's like you don't need to be special. And if you think that you are special because you are a profitable trader or an unprofitable trader, a trader, you're not, right? We're just pressing buy or sell. And that's a good thing. You don't have to be special. There's nothing that I have that you don't have besides maybe a gap in knowledge, which is fine, right? And most people want the outcome, but few are willing to earn it. I see it in trading. I see it in life. I see it in everything. Everyone wants something, but no one is willing to go for it. That's a lot of what I noticed previously with people that I used to hang around with. They were always talking and talking and talking and talking, and then nothing was being done, right? At least when I said, hey, I'm going to fully commit to trading, I knew that I was going to fully commit to trading and that I'm not doing anything until I become a consistently profitable trader. And that is exactly what I did. Every single day, from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., 12 p.m. 12 a.m. if I had to, right? Because I was willing to earn it. Eliminate distractions. Cut out the clubs and the parties and most social events. First of all, from the club and from the parties, you're not going to get anything. What? You're going to be around people that like to party and fucking... It doesn't make any sense, right? Obviously, again, I'm telling you, this is going to be an extreme. You're not supposed to stop going to any social events and not have a social life. That was a very, very big negative for myself because I had no friends for so long, right? But the clubs and the parties, they don't bring you anything. Like once a month, that's one thing. Once every 3 months, that's one thing. Right? But there's people, no joke, that are becoming consistently profitable traders. They seriously say, I want to become a consistently profitable trader. And they're like, oh yeah, but tonight let's go to the fucking club and party about my funded account. And it's like, the fuck are you doing, man? Like, you need to grow up, right? So cut out the clubs and the parties, stop endless scrolling, but create focused pockets of the day. This is something that I used to do a lot, which was, I knew that I only had few pockets of my day where I could be very, very, very focused. And I used to take the most amount of advantage out of it in doing something that I knew I had to do, such as the backtesting, the daily bias exercise, the power of 3 exercise, the hindsight testing. All of these things I knew that I had to actually sit down and focus when I was doing them. Now, distraction is a tax that you pay for mediocrity. I think we all know this. Like, what you did over the last 5 years got you to where you're at right now. Maybe you've been trading for a year, 2 years, and you're like, I'm not seeing any results. Maybe that's because what you've been doing for the 1-2 years, like, what have you changed? It's probably not working, because if it was working, you would not still be unprofitable, right? So you need to find what works. But with that comes the exercises, the learning, and with that comes the focused pockets of the day. So you understand, okay, for the next hour, I'm only going to focus on this one specific task. And it has to be a high priority task to actually get you to that profitability, right? So distraction is a tax that you pay for mediocrity. I want you to keep that in mind. Cut out the distractions. If it's not making you profitable, then you should not be doing it. And by the way, one of the things that can make you profitable is once in a while, be out with your friends, socialize a little bit. It's fine, right? It's about not overdoing it. That is the one thing, right? Now, treat trading like a job until it is. Show up every day. This is the thing. A lot of traders, they get into trading, they're still in their pajamas, and they're, haha, I'm gonna set the trade, oh, I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna sell, oh, I took a loss, oh no, I'm unprofitable. You would never do that on your job. I used to say this, which is, the fact that you are a full-time trader and you are your own boss, it's the biggest curse, but also the biggest blessing. Now, some of you might ask, why is it a curse? Why would it be a curse? Well, it's because you have no one to attend to. And the person you are most willing to disrespect is yourself. It's easier to disrespect yourself than it is to disrespect other people. And so you disrespect yourself much more than you disrespect other people, right? So when you say you're gonna do something, you have no one to check if you actually did it or not. And that creates this problem because you can say so many things and do none of them. While on the job, let's say you work for me and you tell me you're going to do something. If you don't do it, then I'm going to go after you in a good way, right? This sounds a little bit bad, but I'm going to be like, why did you not do this, right? That's, by the way, that's why mentorship is so good. Like, link in the description, obviously. Shameless plug, gonna say. It's because you're gonna have people holding you accountable. So once again, don't expect outstanding results without an outstanding amount of work. Study, journal, review outside of your trading hours, and take trading seriously, even if you're not making money from it. Because this is what a lot of people do. It's like, oh, I'm gonna start journaling once I make money. Oh, I'm gonna start doing this once I make money. Or I'm gonna start doing this once I start making profits from the market. You're thinking it the opposite way around. Oh, I'm gonna buy this mentorship when I make money from trading. It's flipped around, right? You need to journal to become profitable. You need education to become profitable. You need risk management to become profitable. You're not gonna manage risk when you become profitable. You're not gonna do something when you become profitable, when you need that specific thing in order to become profitable. It doesn't make any sense, right? So you need to do the process that every single profitable trader does. Because only by doing that will you actually be able to become profitable. And I used to say this, which was when people would ask me when I was unprofitable on YouTube, when they would ask me, hey, are you already profitable? I would say, well, it depends on what you mean by profitable. If you mean by processes, then yes, I am profitable. But if you mean by results, then no, I am not profitable. I still have videos where I say that, right? And keep them all on YouTube, I don't care. Now, the reason I was saying that is because I knew that it was just a matter of time until I became profitable, because I was doing what every single profitable trader does, which was the journaling, which was the exercise, which was executing on my edge. And that's all that you should care about. So you need to take trading seriously even if you are not making any money. Now, build a routine and a roadmap around trading. Where do you want to go? That is my question. Where do you want to go? I want to become profitable. Okay, what is everything you have to do in order to become profitable? Oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Okay, what are you doing today that is going to take you closer to the profitability goal? Oh, I just have to check one of these things and then do it. Okay, that's what you got to do. You build the roadmap and then you build the routine around it. So I knew when I became a full-time trader, before I became a profitable trader, what I did is I knew every single day, no questions asked, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm going to backtest. And then I'm going to do the forecast. And then I'm going to watch the market opening and I'm going to execute on my edge. And then I'm going to review. And then I'm going to do this. I knew exactly everything I had to do in order to become a consistently profitable trader. So I'm already doing everything I have to do. Now it's just a matter of time, right? For example, this just came to my mind. Let's say that you have a 50% strike rate with a 2R risk to reward on average. So what that means is that you are highly profitable as a trader. But this is the thing. If you take 5 trades and there are losers, are you now an unprofitable trader? No, you just didn't give it enough time. So I knew that when I was doing all of these processes, this was me with a very positive risk to reward and a great strike rate. It was just missing the time, right? And then when I gave it time, it finally clicked and here we are. Right? So start with a consistent morning routine. Understand exactly what you are doing in order to become a consistently profitable trader. Block out hours in your calendar. I used to do this a lot. I knew exactly what I was going to be doing every single hour of my day in order to not get lost and like, oh, randomly I have to do this specific thing now that I didn't know, so I can't backtest anymore. I didn't like that, so I made sure to block out a lot of hours of my day and make it a routine. Then have pre and post sessions routine, plan your days and understand where you are going. Now these two go together because by you understanding where you are going, it comes back to what I said first, you understand exactly what you have to do every single day. Now my question is, what did you do yesterday that got you closer to your goal? Because if your answer is, I don't know, I just sit around and I executed on my edge, I didn't even forecast, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, then do you really think that you are a consistently profitable trader or that you will become a consistently profitable trader? I can already tell you that probably not, right? So understand where you are going and then you plan your days. Usually what I used to do, I did this for, 4 or 5 years. Every single day, I would write out 5 daily goals. One on the night before, I would say, this is what I have to achieve tomorrow. This. And if by the end of the day, all those things were ticked off, that I knew I was one step closer to becoming consistently profitable. And if you don't do that, I heavily recommend you doing that. So plan out exactly what you want to do, build that roadmap, and then build a routine around that roadmap. Now, another very important one, stop looking for balance. Everyone talks about this this work-life balance and you're working too hard and blah, blah, blah. That is such bullshit. Everyone that talks about work-life balance, they're never in the position that you want to be. So work-life balance is the biggest piece of I've ever seen, I've ever heard about. Like every single person always said, oh, you're crazy, you're always working, you're always working. Guess what? I'm still always working and I fucking love it. So who are you to tell me that I need some balance? It makes no sense, right? It's not balance that gets people to insane results. It's always putting the work in. It's obsessing over something. That's how you get somewhere. Obsession now gives you the freedom later. You need to just forget the idea of balance. It doesn't make sense. Obviously, there's a balance to be had, but it's not what people call a work-life balance. It's like, hey, I'm going to spend all this time focused on my trading so I can finally give some time to you, some actual focused time. So for example, let's say that you have a spouse, right? If you have a spouse, the best thing that you can do is focus heavily on trading. So for the times that you are meant to spend together, you can actually spend them together instead of looking at the charts, instead of looking for this next thing, instead of studying, instead of doing this, instead of doing that. You can actually spend focused time, which is what no one now has. Everyone is just on their phone when they're with everyone else. It's like, it doesn't make sense. If you focus and you forget balance, you will be able to have those pockets of focus, but actually on your loved ones, right? Be it family, be it friends, be it whatever it is. But you need to forget and you need to stop looking for balance. The only thing that I'll say is that there's always seasons. There's times where you are going to be absolutely burned out or very, very tired. The best thing that you can do is take some time, right? 1-2 days where you just don't think about it. And then you come back and you go hard, right? There's seasons for tunnel vision. That is exactly what I mean. So for example, right now, moving houses, do you really think that I'm focusing as much as before? Of course not, I can't. But the reality is that I know that when everything is set up, that's when the tunnel vision kicks back in. So that is why you need to stop looking for balance. You won't regret missing out once when you make it. Now, this depends. And the reason why it depends is because let's say we're talking about going to the club. Let me tell you, you will never regret not going to the club. Now let's talk about meeting family. You might regret not meeting family because you never know the day of tomorrow. So I will say that. Now most people lose because they want comfort and success. You all know your friends that are unhappy in their job, but they're still so comfortable because it pays their bills and they're able to spend some money at the end of every single month. That is what I call comfort, and that's what I call not reaching their full potential. We've all seen it. You don't want to be the same. Now you need to build strong habits. A profitable trader isn't just someone that makes profit from the markets. It's also someone that is doing the job that a profitable trader does and is getting there, right? I would never look at someone that is putting the work in and believe that they will not be able to make it. You are respected by your habits. You are not respected by what you have. You are respected by what you do or what you did. So make sure to build good habits and strong habits. So study daily, journal. The small actions reinforce who you are becoming. As I said before, what you did 5 years ago is exactly the reason as to why you are here right now. What you do today is going to be the exact reason of where you are going to be in the next 5 years. So pick your habits wisely. Now track your progress, track more than trades, track your habits, the hours you spend, and the energy you are spending to actually become a consistently profitable trader. So you are able to see your work. You are able to see, oh my God, I'm putting so much work in. It's just going to be a matter of time. That's why I was so confident in the fact that I was going to become profitable, because I knew I was putting so much work in. I knew I was putting more work in than 99% of traders. So there was no chance that I was not going to become profitable. So log what worked and what didn't every single week. Understand, this comes through journaling. What worked and what did not work. You start avoiding what didn't work and you start doubling down on what did work. So what I usually say is that the difference between an unprofitable trader and a profitable trader is just not doing stupid mistakes. And last on track your progress is knowing your habits. And your is in caps for one simple reason. You need to understand yourself if you want to become a consistently profitable trader. And the reason why is because I know myself. I know when I get greedy. I know when I'm being stupid. And then I'm able to actually cut my risk when I'm doing that specific thing. or I know that the money management has to be on point when I'm doing something stupid. And so when I say know your patterns, I can tell you everything I know about trading psychology, and it would change your trading psychology forever. But the reality is that if I have, let's say, one-on-one session with you, or if you join Fund the Trading Blueprint, which the link is in the description, and you ask me about a specific topic that you usually go through, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions to understand what your patterns are. Now, you have to understand yourself, else you will never become a profitable trader. You need to understand where your downfalls are and where your A game is, right? If you understand both and you double down on what is working and you stop doing what is not working, then you will see amazing returns. And then last but not least, fuck your motivation. Like, this is the thing. Discipline is always going to outweigh emotion. The person that goes to the gym every single day will always beat the person that just feel like it, right? Unless they're taking steroids, right? Let's just say that does not count. But the person that goes to the gym every single day on a disciplined manner, obviously with 2 days of rest, they will always beat someone that goes when they feel like it, right? So discipline is always better than emotion. Show up even when you are tired. Like, do you really think, oh, just because I'm tired, I can't, oh, what is sleeping for, right? You sleep 8 hours and then you work. Like, it's so wild how some people are like, oh, I'm so tired. I want to become a millionaire, but I'm so tired right now. It's like, what do you mean you're tired? This goes back to the point before, that if you want outstanding results, you need to put an outstanding amount of work in. And if you're not doing so, then you will not see the results that you actually want to see. So you need to show up even when you are tired. Your edge means absolutely nothing if you are inconsistent. Because it's not about what happens in a month. It's about what happens in a year, 2 years, 3 years. That's when it really matters, right? So what happens in a month, it doesn't matter. A lot of people are so focused on how they feel today, not understanding that it's just 3 years, it's just 900 days. If you don't show up to a third of it, you literally did not show up for a full year. How much further ahead would you be if you would show up every single day? Because motivation is rare, discipline is where the money is at. And now, last but not least, you should be bored. Consistency is boring. Waking up, like, if your friends are not looking at your day and saying that you're boring or that what you do is boring, then you're doing something wrong. If someone would see me practicing, just clicking in buttons, they would be like, what is this guy doing? Why would he even do this? Well, now they know why. So consistency is boring, and that is exactly the point. Great trading is repetitive. Becoming a profitable trader is repetitive. Just like learning how to play tennis is repetitive. You make the same movement so many times until you get the hang of it. Most profitable traders don't do anything. 99% of trading is waiting. So what you have to do is you have to learn until the only thing that is going to be missing is going to stop making stupid mistakes. And that's where not doing anything comes in. Because boring is what pays. I can guarantee you that. So what are you willing to do? That is my question to you. It's on you. Everything is on you. That is the beauty of trading. If you fail, it's because of you. If you win, it's because of you. It's not because you watched a video of mine, strategy of mine. It's not because you joined the mentorship and became profitable in 100 days, because that is the average. Well, it's actually 67 days. Or traders that join Fund the Trading Blueprint, they get funded in 67 days, which is absolutely crazy, going from zero to funded in 67 days. Or Jeff, that recently became funded in just 26 days inside of the community. So with that being said, everything is on you. I don't want Jeff to thank me. You should see the amount of hours that he's putting in. So Fund the Trading Blueprint, get funded in 100 days. This is not a guarantee. This is not a claim. This is just based on past data and what we've seen that traders can actually do. We've received $40 million in funding and $900,000 in payouts in less than 1 year. So if you want to sign up to Fund the Trading Blueprint and to get funded in less than 100 days, sign up with the link in the description. If you want to sign up to the best features prop firm funding ticks has you covered, get up to 50% off with code Kimmel. Least amount of rules on a funded account, which is what we really care about. You're here to make money, so once you get funded, you want the least amount of rules possible. So with that being said, get up to 50% off with code Kimmel. Just check with code Kimmel what the best discount code is right now. For example, right now they are running 35% off. So with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. Let me know what you are willing to do down in the comments, and I will see you in the next